guys, welcome back to the Desert Wine Guy. So today I have a Sauvignon Blanc from California to talk about, okay? So today I have the 2022 Franciscan Sauvignon Blanc from California. So the first thing to note about the wine is that the grapes are from California, which means they could be anywhere. The grapes can be from anywhere in California, okay? Usually that is a sign of a wine that is kind of like so-so, okay? But you know, the first time I went to the Franciscan winery, it's in Napa, or it was in Napa. It's my understanding that the tasting room has closed down since I went, and Ernest and Julio Gallo has bought the wine. I'm just going to be straight with you guys, since I'm not paid to do any of this. I'm not influenced by anybody to do any of this. I don't know about you, but I'm 57 years old, and when I hear Ernest and Julio Gallo, I think of jug wine. You know, the kind of big jugs of Rhine wine, cheap wine, that our parents would mix with 7-Up or generic 7-Up type stuff and call it a spritzer, okay? So I just learned that today about Ernest and Julio Gallo having bought the Franciscan winery, and to me, I don't know, whatever. It's Ernest and Julio Gallo, okay. But aside from that, we're gonna taste the wine and see how it stands on its own merits, okay. Before I get into that, though, check this out, guys. I have some people to give a shout out to, okay? So here's the people I'm giving a shout out to. Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for following me. John, Samantha, Alana, Lola, Brooklyn, Rachel, and Liam. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for following me. Okay, so let's talk about the wine, okay? So I spent $12.99 for the wine the other day, and again, knowing Franciscan's reputation at the time in my mind, I saw Franciscan and I'm like, that's mine. I was kind of surprised that it was $12.99 too, and of course we find out later why. But the wine is very surprising to me, okay? So it's a Sauvignon Blanc, and we all know that Sauvignon Blancs and Marlborough, how forward they are with that lemongrass type note, okay? This wine has that note. However, it's, and I don't want to say mellowed, because it's not mellowed, but it's tempered, okay? It's not a note, the lemongrass, that just jumps and attacks you out of the glass, okay? Is it the most forward note? It is the most forward note. However, the wine itself is tempered to an extent. Okay, let me use my cheat sheets. Okay, over here. Okay, 12.8% alcohol. The bottle was cork sealed. So I'm getting the lemongrass, which I told you, which I would kind of put light to semi-moderate. There's a hint of grapefruit, but the grapefruit seems to be kind of taking a back seat to everything else. But it's still enough where you'd be like, oh, that's grapefruit. But it's not like, for those of you who don't like grapefruit, hello, this is not offensive in any way in that note, okay? What really surprised me being at 12.8% here on the wine is that there's a bit of dryness on the palate to the wine, which I think really sets the wine off. And like I said, really kind of surprised me. I don't think the wine would be the same without that hint of dryness. So that's really nice. There's a lemon zest here, but the lemon zest doesn't have any sharpness to it. It's kind of like a moderate type lemon zest, if there's such a thing. The wine itself is very balanced, and there's a cleanness to the wine, a freshness. I don't want to say a stone note, because I'm not really getting a stone note to it. You know, if I am getting a stone note, it's again very, very, very light. But that dryness and cleanness, freshness is really carrying this wine through. I'm really impressed. For $12.99, guys, let me tell you something. Being out here in Freedom, Florida, we're ready for the pool. The pool is ready. Okay, I was just out at the pool today, cleaned a couple of filters, and the pool's ready to go. So for $12.99, guys, you totally cannot beat this wine. Okay, especially for those of you guys out there who aren't big on that lemongrass note that just jumps at you. Okay, this is the wine that you want to get. Okay, I do suggest that if you do buy the wine, you have to at least like a little bit of a dryness to your wine, because to me it's noticeable, but it's not noticeable where it's an in-your-face type dryness. So don't worry about that. Okay. There's a I want to say a peach note. There's like a nectarine note where I think the dryness note is coming from. But these notes are more kind of like in the mid palate, almost like the background, more than anything else. So you're not tasting that juicy, sweet peach or juicy, sweet nectarine. Okay, kind of like, you know, let me rephrase that. It's kind of like a white peach that is kind of subdued. How about that? It's kind of subdued a bit, but yet you can just tell it's fresh and it's good. Okay, it's good quality fruit. So if I'm going to go ahead and rate this wine right now, which is kind of early in the review, I'm probably going to put the wine at 94 points, which means it does make my cellar. Okay, this is definitely a wine you guys want to have on hand. As you know what, let me taste the wine one more time for acidity here. Acidity is moderate, lower to moderate. Okay, lower to moderate. It's not an acidity that jumps out at you. It's kind of an acidity where you drink the wine, you take a sip of the wine, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, all right. There's some acidity here. Yeah, it's nice. It's a very juicy wine, but it's not a very sweet wine. So that's a plus in my book, at least. Yeah, I say definitely 94 points. I highly recommend you guys buy the wine, buy some bottles of the wine. Nobody would be offended at the pool. I can promise you that. And that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. Please tell your friends about it. As of right now, I have 103 subscribers. Woo! For a guy who only does this kind of like, on his off time, because I have a full-time job as well, a guy who's not sponsored by anybody, I'm cool with that. But of course I would like some more subscribers. So please, guys, tell your friends about me. I have them subscribe and stuff. And hey, all you guys that I just mentioned, I gave a shout out to, keep it going, keep rocking on, guys, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for for subscribing to the Desert Wine Guy. I'll speak to you guys later. Have a great day.